QUTV News this week. I'm Lindsay Fisher.
And I'm Freya Hansen.
Today, we introduce you to a student who has had an opportunity to connect with alumni off campus. We'll also introduce you to an international student who has an interesting story to tell.
But first, there's a group in Illinois that would like to see the state split in two. That's where we begin today. The Quincy Human Rights Commission wants voters to be aware of a movement to separate downstate Illinois from the Chicago area. The commission held a meeting to talk about the Adams County Board's non-binding referendum being proposed for the November ballot. The referendum would ask voters if they want to create a new state. QUTV's Grant Owen attended the commission meeting and has this report.
Got my press pass. We are headed to Quincy City Hall for the new Illinois state proposal to learn about what it's going to be about and to see if it's going to go on the ballot in November.
New Illinois is an organization that wants downstate Illinois to separate from Cook County and Chicago, claiming the money earned by the state isn't distributed evenly. QU's Justin Coffey provided an opinion on why leaving Illinois would be a mistake.
That would break away from Illinois, and there was a gentleman who is in favor of that and has asked the Adams County Board to vote on a resolution in favor of it. I was asked to take the opposite side, and I gave some reasons why I believe that leaving Illinois would be a bad idea.
That West Virginia was recognized by the U.S. government as the 35th state on June 20th, 1863.
The meeting went on for about 2.5 hours, full of debate, discussion, and disagreement.
Okay, so, but I do have organization. What they want to do is they want to form a breakaway state from Cook County and Chicago because they feel that they're being unfairly represented in the central and southern part of the state. They feel that they're not being represented appropriately in Springfield and that more of the focus and more of the finances are going to the Chicagoland area.
The meeting finally wrapped up with final statements from the board, Human Rights Commission, and both sides of the argument, as well as the people attending.
The manner in which a society
Grant Owen,
chooses to govern
QUTV News,
of human rights.
Quincy.
So
The commission encouraged voters to attend future meetings as this issue could be on the ballot in November.
A current QU student is working to bring students and alumni closer together. Cole Waggy has been a student at Quincy University for a couple years. He realized there is an important bond between former and current students. The QU Advancement Department asked Waggy to help with alumni outreach. He was invited to travel to Florida and talk to alumni about how important it is to give back to Quincy University. Waggy worked with the development team to reconnect with alumni.
I really went on this trip to be able to kind of branch out from something that I've never really done before. So I was really excited just to be able to speak with different alumni and really just kind of grow my networks and connections that way.
Waggy met alumni who graduated from Quincy University. Many built successful careers, started with families, and maintained their connection to Quincy University. Waggy said this trip was about connecting generations of students who have all had the same start at Quincy University. From Congo to Canada to Quincy, one international student currently attended QU has interesting story to tell. QUTV's Kyron Duday introduces us to Gideon Mbenga.
Gideon Mbenga has had an interesting road to QU. He was raised in Canada and moved to the U.S. for college to pursue a career in football. Mbenga's parents were born in Congo and moved to Canada for a fresh start. Mbenga reflects on the many layers of his life that landed him here in Quincy.
The biggest thing that shaped me to be the man that I am today as a Canadian who lives now in America is honestly knowing where I come from, knowing where I come from, knowing that I'm here for a purpose and I'm not just here just to have fun and this and that. Like, a lot of sacrifices came behind it, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, my parents sacrificing a lot of their money, time. So just knowing who I am and where I come from and knowing where I want to go in my life helps me stay grounded.
Mbenga spent time at junior colleges before arriving at Quincy. He claims America's emphasis on athletics inspired him to come to the States. QU has given Mbenga new experiences, helped him create new friendships, as well as chase his dream. Gideon has left a big impact on his coaches and professors, but most importantly, his peers.
Through the conversations we've had
It's been a lot of in-depth talking about where he came from, what he's about, talked about his family, and just from the short conversations that we've had, I've learned that he's come from a much different background than I have, and it's been nice getting to know GD. GD's a great guy.
I'm here in the SSC with GD, and something that a lot of people don't know that's very unique about him is that he speaks many different languages. So I'm going to pass the mic over and let him tell you the many languages he speaks.
Number 1, I speak English. Number 2, je parle français. Number 3, Naluba Kalingala. Number 4, Muketuba Kikongo. And number 5, moi parle Creole.
Looks like I got a lot left to learn. For Mbanga to only be 22 years old, he has seen a lot. Through trials and tribulations, he continues to push forward while blazing a trail for other students from Congo to follow for years to come. Kyron Dene, QUTV News, Quincy.
There are more than 80 international students at QU.
Spring break is just around the corner, but for many students, the week leading up to it is anything but relaxing. Midterms are in full swings, and students are feeling this pressure. Let's take a look at how students are juggling exams, projects, and social life before the break. Studying can sound a lot like this. And as the calendar inches closer to spring break, students are facing a packed week of midterms and assignments. For freshmen like Abby Martin, studying has become a social activity.
How I'm studying for my midterms is coming together as like friends and just kind of studying, and I have a big science test, so me and Abby have been trying to study a little bit, and yeah, I'm looking forward to spending time with my friends I haven't seen in a while.
For some students, the workload can feel overwhelming, but for Abby Coons, balancing academics with time for friends is key to surviving the week.
Yeah, my week up until spring break is looking really busy right now. I have 5 tests next week, group presentation. A lot is going on right now. And honestly, it's a little stressful, but hanging out with friends, going on runs, hanging out with my team, it makes it all better.
Whether it's running with teammates, meeting up with friends, or group study sessions, students are finding ways to cope with the stress of midterms, while still enjoying the anticipation of spring break. For students who need help studying for midterms, they can schedule a tutoring session in the Student Success Center.
I mean, midterms really can be stressful. Thankfully, I've been on top of my work, and I'm looking forward to spring break.
Yeah, me too. I wonder what the weather will look like next week. Up next, we'll take a look at weather with Michael Lanier and see what he has to say.
I am Abby Rhodes, and I am a fish keeper / plant keeper. My father always had tanks throughout my childhood, so it's just kind of been a big thing that I was always interested in. As a child, I loved looking at everything going on, and there's so many different aspects that you can create. The hardships maintaining the tank, it's its own ecosystem, so keeping it clean and making sure your water parameters are safe for everybody involved in the tank, it's extremely hard. Nothing's easy about fish keeping. Eventually, I'd like to get into the fish trade where you're breeding and selling. Right now, I'm only just kind of doing it as a hobby. I've got Teddy Swims and Nubby. The fact that he can kick it and squiggle around my tank, I said yes immediately. I wanted him. So his name's Nubby. Teddy Swims is my beta fish that I got recently. Fish are great. They swim.
We got a little bit of rain yesterday and today.
Yeah, it's been quite a mix of weather over the last couple of weeks. What's this week gonna bring, Michael?
Even more of a mix this week. You're gonna see some sunshine, some clouds, a lot of wind, maybe even some snow. So let's take a look. Well, those spring showers have arrived, as the last 2 days have brought quite a bit of wetness to our area. And with those came the clouds. And with rain, clouds, that's going to bring in a cold front for this next week. Starting today, we're going to start with a high of 62 A little bit warmer. The sun's not out, so it might feel a little bit more chilly than normal. But the low today was 34, with the average temperature being around 53 degrees and the average low being right at freezing of 32. In 1907, you would have been outside tanning like we were yesterday. It was 88 back then, but 3 years before my parents were born, it was negative 13. That's cold. Moving forward tonight and today, right now it's 43 degrees outside with a real feel of 26 with northwest winds coming out about 17 miles an hour. So when you step outside, you're going to get a little bit of a breeze to bring those temperatures down. But moving into tonight, the clouds are going to move out and it's going to be clear. You're going to see some stars, see the moon again, and the temperature is going to be right below freezing at 30 degrees with northwest winds coming at about 7 miles per hour. Moving into tomorrow, it's going to warm back up, but not as warm as we've had. It's going to be 53, which isn't too bad, and partly cloudy with southwest winds at 15 miles an hour. Moving ahead to your weekend forecast, Friday, we're looking at about 53 degrees throughout the day, so not too bad if you were planning on going outside for, your last day of spring break, or your first day of spring break, actually. And then Friday night, depending on what you had planned, if you're outside, might need a heavier jacket. But moving into Saturday, it's going to be cloudy again. Those clouds are coming back. It's going to be 52 degrees that day. I'm going to step out of here. We're going to take a look at your 7-day forecast. Like I said, Thursday and Friday, we're looking at 53 degrees with a low of 38 and 34 degrees. Moving into Saturday, 52 with a low of 28. That cold front is right there coming in. Saturday night, you might see a little bit of snow moving into Sunday. Maybe, maybe not. We don't know yet. But it shouldn't stick because the ground on Sunday is going to be 58 degrees. Moving into Monday morning is whenever the real cold front is here to stay. Going to look at 28 on a Sunday night, moving into Monday at 28 degrees. Then it's going to drop even colder to 16 on Tuesday, move back up, and then drop back down Tuesday night. And then looking at next Wednesday, it's going to be about 50 again. And that's what we have in store for your forecast.
Thank you, Michael. Quincy University was jam-packed with sports this week. Grant Owen may need to bring some water with him on set. See what he has in store for us after the break. I heard the Hawks were flying high this weekend.
And I heard the Hawks defended the nest.
That is right, Freya. Quincy Sports had a very successful weekend, and I'm going to tell you about it. While we talk about that, let's head to the Diamond. The Hawks baseball team had a very successful weekend, going 4-0 against Truman State. The offense provided 50 runs throughout the whole series. The pitching was there to back it up, especially with Rocco Conrad going the distance in the second game of the doubleheader on Saturday, posting 0 runs and 10 strikeouts, earning himself GLVC Pitcher of the Week. Harry Fondre walked off the first game with a home run to win the game 10-9 in the bottom of the ninth. The Hawks look to keep the line rolling against the reigning GLVC champions in the Missouri S&T Minors. Most QU swimmers are taking a break right now. After competing at the GLVC Championships, QUTV's Angelina Pagliaccio takes us to Evansville, Indiana for the meet.
The GLVC Conference Championship is a 5-day competition for D2 swimmers, and it's one of the most physically and mentally demanding meets in collegiate athletes.
I think I'm most excited about the relays just because of all the energy, everyone just comes together, and there's some really fast swimming, so I would say the relays. It's the thing I'm most excited for.
When the meet concludes, many swimmers look forward to the off-season. After months of training and intensive 5 days at conference, a short mental and physical break is essential for our swimmers.
This week at conference, I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of my teammates and myself swim fast. I'm looking forward to lots of cheering. It's a long meet, but we have a lot of energy as a team. We like to support each other, get loud, make a name for ourselves as Quincy University here at GLVCs. After the meet, I look forward to getting outside, enjoying the weather, and taking a little break from swim after a long season.
championship showcases more than fast times. It highlights discipline, teamwork, and the ability to perform under pressure day after day.
For this meet, looking forward to some really fast times. We've been working hard all season, so looking forward to that hard work paying off. After the meet, looking forward to NCAAs, getting some people going there, and getting some more fast times.
Angelina Pagliaccio, QUTV News, Quincy.
Thank you, Angelina. Quincy has a new national champion. Sochi Mota Pettis won the 124 pounds weight class national championship in Coralville, Iowa. We learned more about her in her journey to Quincy.
So I'm from Humble, Texas, which is about a 30-minute drive from Houston. So I actually started, I think, in middle school. I was about 12 years old. My dad wrestled previously in high school and a little bit in college, but he never really talked about it. Once I started though, he stepped his foot back and started coaching me. And I've made a few US teams since then, and now I'm here. I was visiting my buddy, she's the assistant women's coach, and ended up touring the campus, met with the coach, Coach Haley, and seemed like a pretty good fit, seemed like a pretty good town. A lot of people have asked me why I would choose a smaller school, and besides the, classes and you get a closer bond of teachers, it kind of reminded me of the community that I have back at home. It is bigger where I'm from, but there are those smaller, tight-knit communities, and I do want to show people that you can come from a smaller place and still achieve bigger things. Honestly, I just felt calm. I always tend to take each match, one match at a time, just kind of like how I do in life. I don't really overthink it. If anything, I was more excited to see the wrestling going on around me. But yeah, I would say pretty calm. Again, calm. I've never really been one to get excited in those moments, but it was pretty cool to see that I had a team on my side this time, so I'm really appreciative of them being there. I would say just have fun with it. I feel like a lot of times people can let it either take over their lives or they're just really hard on themselves, but if you're not having fun, it can be pretty detrimental to you. You got to enjoy what you do, just kind of how you'd expect with a job. You don't want to get tired of it or get burned out early on.
Congratulations, Sochi. Now a quick wrap up of all the other sports that happened on campus last week. Men's volleyball won both matches against Thomas More University 3-0. They will play Jamestown University this weekend in Pepsi Arena. Softball split with Columbia College. With their win as an 8-0 final in 6 innings, softball will host UIS this weekend. Men's lacrosse won in a thriller 14-13 overtime game. The game winner was scored by number 21, Cooper Carades, and the Hawks swim team sends 2 national swimmers to the meet in Evansville, Indiana. Good luck, Hawks, and have a great spring break. And that's all we have for sports this week.
Thank you, Grant. What an eventful week we just had. I'm excited to see how the Hawks do after break. Up next, we'll take a look at Starbucks.
Hi, my name is Tanaja Bush, and I'm a hairstylist. I got into hairstyling because my mom was a braider when I was young, and so it kind of just fell in my lap. And then when I became 11, she got me a hair doll, and it's been me and braiding ever since. I do a lot of students here on QU, usually football players, basketball players. Usually when I braid QU students' hair, they come to my dorm and garden in the lobby, and I usually charge about like $30 to $40. I do a lot of twists and braids, usually like braids to the back in like half-up styles. A lot of people come in from recommendations from my other clients, and then they send them to me, and then I just do their hair. If anyone is interested in getting their hair braided, I'm your girl.
Starbucks just revamped its rewards program, and on Tuesday, it unveils a new tier system for customers. The 3 new levels are Green, Gold, and Reserve. The coffee chain says each tier has a special perk, including free birthday treats, up to free personalized Reserve card, among other bonuses. Starbucks says it believes that revamping will give customers better value. Customers will be notified of their tier status through email and the Starbucks app. Go visit one of the Starbucks in Quincy to check it out.
What are you doing for spring break? I'm going back home just to enjoy the time at home.
Well, I think this year I'm going to go see my sister right after this. I'm heading down to spend some time with them, go see my best friend while I'm down there near Rolla, Missouri, and then be back home hanging out with my parents, I guess.
Yeah, I'm just staying here on campus, hanging out, chilling, working.
Yeah, same with you, Freya. I play softball, so we have conference starting this week, so I have to stay and play here in Quincy. Thank you for watching QUTV News this week. Follow us on social media for more stories. We will be back in 2 weeks. Have a great spring break.